everybody. This is Jamie with gettingcrafty.net. Let's just make sure we're popping on live. I'm so excited to be with you guys here. Can we describe April and acknowledge, not even describe, just acknowledge that April and May basically are equivalent to November and December? I'm just saying. And considering it should be the new year, that's how the Gregorian calendar changed it. Gotta love that. I really think that we should be celebrating it as the new year. I think that we are totally misaligned having the new year be in January when it's cold. It's just not the thing to do. So you guys, we're going to be creating today a handmade card that's going to be celebrating the life of one of my daughter's best friends. A very sweet girl that I'm just so grateful for in my life. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I know that I fell off the face of the earth. If you guys know, we have had some health challenges in our house. And so I'm just really grateful that we have a lull enough that I can join you live and create with you. I do need to tackle my studio. If there's anybody local that wants to come and just hang out and tackle this monstrosity, I haven't even gotten rid of all my retired stuff off my shelves, you guys. It is pretty freaking nutsoid when you have that. I do want to make sure that you can hear me on Facebook. Yep. Okay. And so you can be behind, but you can still be taking steps forward. That's what you can be doing. I'm here and I'm joining live. I just want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to create with us live a stunning sunset card. So this is our beautiful staggered sunset. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to create this beautiful handmade card, and it's designed to be a lovely card for just a lovely young woman that is celebrating the new chapter in life. Hello. Yes, we want that. So let's go ahead and double check YouTube. If you guys are joining us live, can you go ahead and comment? Let me know that you are here. I have missed creating with you, so I'm glad to be here. And I see that we have multiple people watching. Just make sure you pop me a comment and let me know where you're coming from. I'm excited to be here. Give me some hearts. Give me a like. Give me a share. That's all free, and sharing is caring. Let's just be honest. Sharing is caring. So I was going to do a different kind of card today in honor of one of my favorite fruits, which if you guys didn't catch, I have a new mani-pedi, and it's this really fun strawberry sparkle like mani, and I love it. And so I just found out that in Indiana in June, there is a strawberry festival near one of my girlfriends lives. So I'm going to figure out where Lori said that this is in Kokomo, and I really want to go because first of all, Indiana has a ton of festivals, like a ton, and they're all within driving range. It's really comical to me when people are like, oh my gosh, you drive to whatever, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, like who doesn't just drive around and experience like, hi, Ellie, nice to see you, sister. Good to see you. So in honor to celebrate my sweet Amanda's graduation, this lovely card celebrates the lovely woman that she is in this new chapter. I really wanted to create a fun staggered sunset that will add some accents to it. And we're going to go ahead and show you some tips and tricks on how to do so. My whole studio is not filthy. You guys, I know I sounded dramatic with that. It's not. I've really worked hard to get on top of it, except for I need to pull all my retired still off of here. And I know I'm late, but we're not going to acknowledge that. I know that I have an excuse, but if you guys will do me a favor, can you excuse me and share this video? Go ahead, share the video because sharing is caring. You can see the full tutorial on my blog for this at gettingcrafty.net if you catch the replay or even afterwards. I don't have the measurements up yet, but I will. Now, we're going to be embracing one of the newest bundles called the Sweet Blooms. It has these gorgeous die-cut words inside of it, and we're going to be doing the lovely word in a staggered appearance, so that makes it really easy. And then we're going to stamp the inside of that card. Now, I'm going to dive in right now because on Mondays I do on Fridays I do two lives. So after I leave here, I'll be going to our Getting Crafty family, which is my amazing award-winning national team, and connecting with them because I've missed them desperately. And I've just missed all of you. I feel like I have been drowning a little bit. So let's get some nice therapy, some creative therapy wrapped up into this. Let's dive on in. All right, let me stand up because I know that I have a cord here in front of me It makes it harder to see, and you're going to zoom in to see how it goes. Now, this beautiful card has a dash of sparkle and a little bit of flash. We have some gorgeous iridescent rhinestones incorporated, and one of the things I love about it is that it's easy. So easy to create a nice little peekaboo card right there. A little Z fold for you, if I must tell you. I'm going to throw my hair up so we can create together, because that's what we do when we are here. Now, again, if you guys are here and watching, go ahead and comment and let me know. And if you guys haven't heard, we had some amazing news this week. Actually, I think it was just yesterday, in regards to the Getting Crafty cruise that's coming up in August. And yes, you can still join us. Now, we are going to be embracing this gorgeous designer series paper. I love sunsets. And I will be honest with you, I think there is no better sunset than here in the Midwest. They are full of color and vibrancy. And I think that the clouds really give you this endless sky that reflects those sunsets. And this is a gorgeous paper collection called Everyday Skies, and it really does celebrate the seasons of all the different sunsets and skies, and just it's phenomenal. And so one of my favorite things is to go out and try to catch that, or catch it from my studio. I live on a river here that's a finger of the Wabash River, and so my views are phenomenal. Yes, they are. And so we have here Pretty in Pink, which is one of my favorite movies. Hello. And we have cut these papers, and I have measurements written down, and I'm hoping that I'm correct, but we're missing the last cut. So we're going to do those together, just so you know. And one of the things I would recommend for you is when you're crafting, have some extra tools. Have a clear marker, a clear ruler. Have a nice little pencil, and I really love these little paper mates because they're nice 0.5s, and it makes it easy to create. Our adhesive today is going to be our multi-purpose liquid adhesive, and so I'm going to go ahead and apply the Misty Moonlight. Isn't that a beautiful name for a colored paper? And being that it ties to this sunset, it makes me super happy. And we've already scored and cut this Pretty in Pink cardstock. And you can still get 2 cards out of one card, out of one piece of designer series. Nope, one piece of cardstock. That's where we're at today, friends. That's where we are at. And I have us as a really tight cut. And so I see a little schmutz right there. A little schmutz. And we're just going to let this lay, because I'm going to show you some of my tips and tricks. Now we're going to fold this card in like you would with a traditional card. We're going to use a bone folder to make a nice firm impression. And I like to kind of go around the edges when I use one of our trimmers. And I need new blades. I just need to put a new blade on it. And I'm kind of slacking. I'm a little distracted, you may say. Living the life. How are you doing, Ellie? Is the school year over for you? I know that Ellie works with the school kids, and it's just really a blessing. She's such a joyful woman, and it's really nice that she's able to, young woman, to embrace that season. And when I do use my bone folder to make a nice firm impression, you'll see little lines. Like you might see that line right there that goes across from that impression. But we're creating the Z fold, so I do it from behind, which really allots for a really pretty sunsetty, clean, crisp look here. And so I flipped it open in order to give it a nice firm impression, just like that. And we're going to use our paper trimmer, and I'm going to lay this out. So the first thing I'm going to do, my friends, is I'm going to come in here, and I have our first strip. So I have extra strips here on purpose, and it does lay out to make a beautiful sunset, right? And so since we're going to make this beautiful sunset, I am double checking here. Is that where it goes? Yep. There. Or is it this one? Nope. It's right. Where's my sample? I can probably figure it out from my sample. Maybe it got twisted. Got a little twisted. Would not surprise me, my friends. I can get a little twisted. We're going to take the top and the bottom off right there, just because that makes it easy. And we want to leave this sample piece out, but we're going to start trimming some down. The first strip, we are not going to trim. I really want to embrace that moody blue that you would see with a sunset. And can you tell me, Ellie, can you hear a little fan in my background on the microphone? Can you tell me if you can hear that, girlfriend? If you guys are here, can you tell me, can you hear that? Can you hear that? That would be great. Let me know. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this here, and this is where we're going to embrace the ruler. So we're going to stick our beautiful piece here, and I really want to kind of tuck that piece of paper there. I know I'm not going to mess it up, but just in case, this is how we roll. We're going to come in and make sure we take the cardstock so that it overlaps the other Misty Moonlight cardstock. And then we're going to take that ruler, and I just take it to a flat line measurement, just like so. A handmade card is a wonderful way to leave a lasting mark. So Amanda is one of my daughter's best friends, and actually since her mother has passed away, I think of her as like I know, you hear no fan, but I do hear my sweet voice. Gosh, I love you. I was just texting or emailing with Diana from you. So that was an interesting conversation. We'll have to connect. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. I'm doing great. And thank you for those kind words. I miss you and Genevieve so much. And we're done for the year. Our last day was Thursday. And you can hear the fan. Okay, so I'm going to turn the fan off. I didn't want it to be a distraction. So as soon as Chris and Liza have another home church, we'd love to come and participate in a little home worship. That's where Ellie and I met. Is one of our the sensei of our gym has this amazing home that he and his wife built. Actually, not brick by brick. It was log by log. And so they invited us to their home, and it was just a wonderful time for Easter and Good Friday that we got together. It was wonderful. I know I miss you so much. I really do. How's Susie? I can't wait. Can we get a time to talk? That would be great, so that I can just catch with my girl. That's really what we need to do here, my friends. So I have this little line here, and with this pencil, I can erase it quite easily, but I don't really need to. Quite honestly, it's fine. I'm going to move these here to the side because it's easier to pull them up. And we're just going to go down in measurement a little bit of each. Now, I need you guys to do me a favor. Can you comment? Do you want a more dramatic? Do you want this cascade, which is a small cascade, or do you want a dramatic cascade? Can you guys comment? What are you thinking? What do you want? Regular cascade or a dramatic cascade? Because I don't know. I could do both. It's so funny. And if you guys didn't hear, we have our crafting cruise coming up in August, and we've got some great news on that. You can find out all the information on it on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. And so that's there. I'm waiting for you guys to comment. I'm going to take a sip of my water because I'm behind in my hydration today. And you probably heard that. Let me see. No comments are showing up yet. I'm debating, do I do dramatic or not? I think I'm going to stick with this one since you guys haven't translated what you want me to do quite yet. So I'm going to put that to the side. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down on the first strip here. I'm going to go down 1/8 of an inch, just 1/8 of an inch on that strip right there. And then we're going to go down on the first one, 1/8 of an inch as well. And then the next one, we're going to do 1/4 of an inch, and so on and so forth. Does that kind of make sense? And yes, I will measure out like the exact measurements. And I was writing them down, and I realized okay, if you guys don't know, this is what it's like to create with me. There's like all kinds of scribbles and measurements and that kind of thing. And I get distracted. And so I put measurements on 2 lines for 2 different things, but I kind of messed them up. Susie's good. Thanks for asking. So dramatic would be a little bit bigger of a cut, Ina Bear. So what it would be is instead of 1/8 of an inch, I would have done like 1/4 of an inch. And instead of 1/4 of an inch for the next, I would just go down as a bigger chunk. So it would be like a bigger chunk. And maybe I'll do that on my second live, and you can still join because I know you're in the group if you want to do that. So there would be that. But we're just going to go down a little bit. So this one here, we're going to go down 1/4 of an inch. Or no, I'm sorry. We were already at 1/8. Now we're going to go down or maybe we were 16. No, it's 1/8. And now we're going to go down 1/4 of an inch on this one here. And we're laying them out so that they stagger. Our goal is to have a staggered appearance here. And I can't get over that all my kids are like graduating. My friend Maria in California, I just received the graduation announcement for her son. We were in MOPS together, and that's her last one. If you guys can't even, okay, Ida, think about this. Oh, yes, I'm waiting till we get together again. I want to invite a couple friends. That's awesome, honey. And so you'll have to remind me this weekend. I have the gym and I have meetings tomorrow. And so, but yes, we'll have to get together. What was I saying? And my youngest, Ina, okay, this will make you like trip out. Arabella's starting high school. She's starting high school, Ina Bear. And she was that little baby that when we got together. Isn't that crazy? So if you guys can see here on the side, it's starting to stagger down just ever so slightly, right? And so we're going to take this one here, and we were at the quarter, so I'm going to go up to, what is that? 3/8. So 5/8. I'm taking 3/8 off. That's not really helpful. I have to measure these. That makes my brain go, right, right. That's what it does, you guys. It just makes it go right, right. I can do it in my head and then work backwards. That's often what happens. You guys don't know I'm dyslexic, and so it's not a big deal. I actually think of it as a superhero power. But somebody asked me the other day, are you dyslexic and you can homeschool? I was like, yes, I can read and write and do math. It's just sometimes things are a little sideways, a little crooked. And it actually means that I have pretty high IQ. So there. I'm kidding. That person wasn't being malicious. They just were kind of surprised that you can do both. And I think that people underestimate what dyslexics can and cannot do. So there is that. That's my little test for y'all today. And so we're going down. Ooh, I better double check on here. That would be that one. Yep. If not, we can always recut it. But let's hope I didn't screw up too much. Oh, it is a little bit more. That's okay. That's okay. We have a little dramatic bop right there. Again, I'm going to measure the first one so that you guys can get the exact measurements. I have the supplies on my blog right now, but I don't have all the measurements. Because I was creating just before we went live. That's what happens. I have plans to do the day, but I got the cutest manicure today. Look at this, you guys. My little strawberries. And so I'm going to go to the Kokomo Festival. I have to find it when it is in June. I don't know if I will because I have a pretty busy June already hitting. I think June is the January of the new year, like where it keeps rolling. All the activities should just keep rolling. I know people will say that they slow down over the summer. That's not me. And I'm so far behind. I have to get my gardening done. I was literally buying produce to plant today, starters, because I don't do the starters in my house. I am not that talented, in case you were wondering. I can do almost anything, but I don't really want to grow from the beginning. Yes. It's so weird, isn't it, Ina? I remember my first day of high school, which will be like super funny to even discuss, but I remember thinking I was the tallest kid in my class at 4'11". And then, so what I'm doing, you guys, I'm putting it to that pencil line, putting it down here to the cardstock that is adhered down. And I'm doing a little line with my fingernail, just a little one, so I can see where it's marked on the back and apply my adhesive that way. And all the boys had jumped up in height. I had too, but I thought, oh, I'm going to be the tallest person. And then I was like terrified my first day of high school. I remember it's one of those really like overwhelming feelings, like, wow, what happened? And so when you look at your kids, I'm just glad I homeschool. She doesn't have to go to public school. So then I did the top and the bottom because this is often what I do when I do a framed out project. So I do the top and the bottom so I know how to align. Don't look at the white because it's floating around. I know how to pop these other bad boys in here and space them out. And now they have a frame. So that's kind of what I do. This is a really easy project. Great way to use up scraps. It does take a little bit of thought. That pencil line, and we're going to do another pencil line, really does make the difference, you guys. Like a huge difference. And I'm going to do a little rub-a-dub-dub. Yeah, it's going to come out really pretty. And so an easy project to do. I have modified some of our home events here where we have people over to create, and we do charcuterie board nights. I'll have to have you come with us, Ellie, so that I was trying to get Liza and her daughter to come so that the girls can meet her daughter and my daughter. And that'd be a cute idea. So there is that. Oopsie. I gotta stop putting my lid on. But this is the season where everything's changing and the new chapters in life. And I know that the new chapters are for the people that are in it, like our children. But I'll be honest, it's happening to me too. Like everything my kids are going through, it's a new chapter for me. It's a new chapter for me. And not that it's all about me, though my daughter did yell at me today. It's not about you. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I didn't mean to make it about me, but okay. She's really tired. And I have one that's really tired. I have two that are working. I have my G and my C. They're working. My Genevieve and my Karina. And they're working too many hours, quite honestly. There we go. So this is your staggered look. And then we have this pencil here. So what we're going to do is we're going to place down, without adhesiving it yet, our white piece. Because this is where you can kind of boo-boo it. And then we're going to come in here with a pencil and very lightly just draw a little line and open it up. Right? And then we're going to grab that Misty Moonlight ink pad, which I just had right here. I put it to the side. Hold on. Yep. And I already loaded our stamp. I don't have a date for the event. I just need to... There's a lot going on, Ellie, with my husband's health and everything. So it's really just been kind of... Things are a little bit more up in the air right now, you guys. And that's just the season to which I'm in. I have lost a cutting plate. How did I do that? Where did it go? Is it on here? Because that would not surprise me. It is not. Hold on one second here. Let's see if I dropped it there. I do not see it. But that's okay. I have other cutting plates. As soon as I get another date on, I'll let you know, though, Els. Don't worry about that, sister. We want you to participate in all the fun. Okie artichoke. So then we're going to stamp where that paper is. Now this is a great thing. So if you mess this up, it's not adhesive down, you can get rid of it. But I'm hoping to come back and be on lives on Fridays unless something happens that is out of my control. Now by putting that line there, I know where to stamp. Right here. It makes it easy peasy and lemon squeezy. And then we're going to adhesive that white piece down. And these kind of pencils, they're just so, I don't know, they feel good in the hand. I really do like them. And they have a cute little pencil eraser attached and all of that makes it easy. And they come in cute colors. My kids, whenever I bring these pencils home versus like the cheap ones, these ones apparently are below my children. They don't want them. And I get it. These just feel better. They have a little grippy. They're just really cute and handy. And they last a long time. Then I'm going to go in and erase very lightly that little pencil line so that you can't see that there. But now the strip covers the words. Isn't that a great idea? Super easy to do. Not so much, Ellie. Not so much. That's okay. God is good. Okay, so what we're going to do, my friends, is we're going to die cut really quickly this lovely in the Misty Moonlight. And then in the Pretty and Pink, we're going to die cut the second lovely, which will stagger on top. So that's it. That's where we're at. I'm doing it kind of an angle here. What happened? You know what? Let's just do this. I wish this like, oh, that would be annoying but fun at the same time if it had like sound effects as it went through. Could you imagine that? Only I would say, can we have sound effects for it? Like, can it be a radio, a Bluetooth speaker? Let's just do that. Don't do that, actually. That would drive my kids crazy. Like, the distractions of my little ADHD brain would not be super happy with that. Did you know that dyslexics mimic ADHD? But ADHD and autism and all those are left brain problems or challenges or functionable activities, whereas dyslexia is a right brain. So there is that. So there you go. I'm putting it on my bookshelf so we don't lose it or trip on it later. And then we're just going to assemble the pretty little lovely. This is where I grab my Take My Pick tool here and do a little, oops, wrong one. I have 2 different ones loaded over here with little hooks to make it occur. And we're just going to push out the word that we just die cut. Now, this is a great birthday card, encouragement card, but I'm using it for sweet Amanda's little graduation card. My daughter has some friends that don't have moms that are actively in their life, and any little things I can do is such an honor, you guys, to be the bonus women in other women's lives. It's such a gift. I just took out my friend's daughter. He's a single dad, and I took her out for her birthday, and she doesn't get like dates with a functional mom that's healthy. And so I was really grateful to be part of that journey with this sweet girl and his daughters. He's got 3 daughters. He's got 4. I only know 3. 1, it's all unique. Kids are unique. And we're just putting a little dash of liquid adhesive here. And then we're going to place it on top of the blue. So look at it pop. It just gets so cute, that blue, and it really does embrace the sunset. One of the reasons I adore my glass mat, it's so easy to clean. So as I get a little bit of glue on it, I'm not worried at all because I can just wipe it down really quickly with the multi-purpose liquid adhesive. Smearing just a little bit, it's okay. And while you're creating, grab your embossing buddy and kind of fill in where any extra glue may have been. And then it'll dry clear. So you just kind of wipe it away, right? You know, just wipe it away, just like so. Boom shakalaka. And now you have the lovely. And I want it to kind of hang over so it signifies that it's like, you know, extra. And so what we'll do is we're going to take the tops of these 2 and then we'll just kind of go across the center. Yeah, you can have both, but really dyslexia will mimic ADHD, but it's not the same brain stuff. And so it can often be misdiagnosed. So there is that. And I'm going to do the little bottom piece right here, just a schmear. A little schmutzy schmear. Ina's laughing because I'm probably butchering Yiddish like crazy, but that's okay. There we go. Oh my gosh, Ina Bear. I have the funniest story for you. There's this kid that goes to the gym. He's 21, the same age as my boy. And he's from New York, and he's Jewish. And so I've adopted him. And I break him homemade bagels. And you can't get bagels out here, honey. You just can't. So there's our beautiful lovely. You make me smile. But I want that lovely to be sparkly. So because I want it to be sparkly, we're just going to grab here. So sweet Joseph has become my pseudo son. And the other day at the gym, I was training and he yells, "Hey, Mom." And everybody stopped to look at us. And I was just dying that I have all these adopted kids, you know. And he just thinks it's hysterical that he can tease the girls and like call them his little sisters. And he's just funny. He's a cute 21-year-old kid. And he says, "Well, why are you being so nice to me?" And I said, "I would just really hope that somebody, if my son wasn't with me, would be nice to him." And he's like, "Well, I don't know that anybody I know would." I just laugh at him. This kid, he's a hoot. He's a hoot. And he's going back to New York. I'm going to miss him. He's going to miss me too. Then we're just going to grab these iridescent rhinestones, and you want to do odd numbers. So if it were more dramatic, these staggers would be like a 1/4 inch all the way down, and this would be a much significantly smaller of a piece here. But I just really want to take a little additional sparkle. These iridescent rhinestones pick up the colors, but they also have a slight, again, iridescence, right? They have a slight rainbowish look to them. But I got me a son. I adopted a boy named Joseph. And he met my son when we went out to see one of our coaches perform. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you need 5. Odd numbers are best in crafting. And he was like, "Does your son know how lucky he is?" And I was like, "No." I don't know. Maybe he does. He's a good kid. So that's how this came together. We have a little ring, a little sparkle. We can add a little bit of that wink of Stella to the sky. Nobody's going to see it. It dries clear. It's just going to have one of those things where it kind of catches your eye. If you're not a sparkle person, this is a subtle sparkle, which I kind of really like. This would be a great birthday card. But again, this is going to be a fun graduation card for my sweet girl that she's, you know, it's an honor to be part of her life. So this here is our little lovely card and opens just like this. It's a sweet and easy card that will fit into your traditional envelope size. Look at that. Isn't that sweet and fun? What do you like about it? Is it the sunset? If not, he will. I hope so, Ina, right? Like, I hope so. And so this lovely card is with a little hangover tag right here, kind of signifies and ties the background to it. And lovely, you make me smile. Let me know what you think. Let me see if I can turn this around. Hi. So that's what our card is for the evening. I'm going to have fun. I have a second live that I do right now, but this little easy Z fold, so that looks like a Z right there, like Zorro, is a lovely way to embrace that fun sunset. I mean, you could have done just a plain like square and had it move, but that little stagger and the little framing is a fun way to kind of like give it an extra, just a little extra. The colors are gorgeous. Beautiful card. Thank you, my friend. I love you so much. I love the sunset too. It is gorgeous. It comes together pretty quickly. Thanks, Anita. I'll be on our second live in just a second so we can connect. I love how the iridescence ties together. And our full product, you can create this yourself if you guys shop at gettingcrafty.net. I have all the links to these products, and I'll get the measurements up probably tomorrow evening. I have a very long day tomorrow, so very long day. But that's okay. I have like 3 hours at the gym and then 3 meetings and shopping for 2 different baby showers. I love baby showers. They're so much fun. So that's it for the evening, you guys. You can find out how to create this on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. Thank you so